Welcome to Bournemouth on Britain's south coast and the first ever European Open Water Lifesaving Championships. 100 of Europe's finest surf lifesavers are gathered here for this two-day event to find the men and women most qualified to do the vital job of saving lives on Europe's beaches. The blue-ribboned event for the women here in Bournemouth is the Lacoste Iron Woman, this sprint surf triathlon consisting of the three disciplines of surf kayak, surf swim and paddleboard. First up, surf kayak. After the qualifying rounds, we're down to the 12 finalists in the lineup for this European final, and vital in surf kayak a quick start to establish a position in clean water away from the obstruction of other competitors' paddles. And the event favourite, Michelle Gammon from Great Britain, gets a perfect start, jumping from standing onto the surf kayak, a technique requiring great skill and balance.
Sorted by Great Britain in the fence of Bournemouth. They'll be trying to grab onto and drag along.
That clean, explosive start puts the event favourite, British number 1, Michelle Gammon, out in front with her teammate, Lauren Smith, behind, and the first of the French competitors, Stephanie Bernay, following up in third. So 24-year-old Michelle Gammon from North Devon, British number 1 and 5th place finisher in last year's World Championships, laying down the challenge to the European women. Cruising into the beach now, conserving energy for the next leg, the 400-metre swim. And this 400-metre swim coming up shouldn't cause any trouble for Michelle. She was an English schools finalist in pool swimming. And this is one of her strongest disciplines as she increases her lead in this European Championship final. And the battle for the remaining places underway with Lauren Smith of Britain in second, Stephanie Bernay of France being challenged by Annika Gustafsson from Sweden in the fourth. And as the closely bunched chasing pack fights it out for second and third, Michelle Gammon, the leader, way out in front. Very strong swimming style. And this sport of lifesaving developed from the very real need for lifesavers to be able to go into the water, no matter what the conditions, to carry out rescues. And at the first turn, the French champion Bernay has dropped back to 4th place, with two Germans snapping at her heels. And with no lane lines to follow, the fighting for positions is very fierce. But it's Annika Gustafsson of Sweden who's having the swim of her life. She's made up 2 positions. The second place, but the leader is still Michelle Gammon of Great Britain. And as expected, the 24-year-old from North Devon coping perfectly well with that soft sand, dominating this event. And despite that fantastic swim by Annika Gustafsson of Sweden, making up 2 places there, you can see that there's still a huge gap for her to close if she wants to challenge the leader. So with 2 disciplines almost completed, the field now well spaced out. And coming out of nowhere into 3rd position, the Spaniard, Chidra Scatia. So a great swim there by Sweden and Spain. And they're closely followed up by the British and German competitors. And the final phase of this Lacoste Iron Woman final is the paddleboard. And the French champion, Stephanie Bernay, slipping back there in the swim from 3rd down to 7th place, leaving herself a lot of work to do in this final stage. But the leader still way out in front on her paddleboard, Michelle Gammon from Great Britain. Michelle digging deep into the water there, forcing that board forward. Very strong shoulders required for this discipline within the Iron Woman contest. And Annika Gustafsson of Sweden choosing for the more stable but slightly less powerful prone position of paddling. Still in 2nd position there, followed up by Chidra Scatia from Spain. Michelle Gammon from Great Britain makes it back to the beach first. Just that final sprint for the finish now, and she's got a fantastic lead. But she's totally focused on that European title. That last dash down that very soft sand. No doubt in her mind that she wants to claim that title of European Ironwoman champion. And Annika Gustafsson of Sweden, after a poor start, has managed to claw her way back up to take silver. And she's used to training in these waters, quite familiar with the beaches of the southern coast of England. Sweden's top Ironwoman, great friend of Michelle Gammon, but a great rival too. She'll be happy with her silver place, and a thrilled Chica Escatia of Spain taking third.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to winning the diamond medal, Canadian medal all day. I'm very, very pleased, yeah.
Did it go the way that you planned?
Yes, yeah. I just not cruised it, but I just stretched it out and don't say that. I just stretched it out and everything went to plan, yeah.
Annika, you're lying back in third and fourth place on the ski.
Yeah.
Is that your plan, or did you that was the way it turned out? And
It's the way it turned out, but when we did a ski break before, I got really, really tired, so I thought I can't wear too much out on the ski, and my swimming is pretty strong, so that's why I had to pick it up.
so you focused on your swimming to
Yeah.
pick off Lauren Smith.
Yeah. So,
All right, and
there was no way I could pick up Michelle, so I had to work on the other ones.
well done.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye, mate.
A great win for Michelle Gammon to take the European gold medal. Teammate Lauren Smith finishing in fourth place, and this will earn valuable extra points for the British team overall. Annika Gustafsson of Sweden collects the silver, and Chica Escatia of Spain secures the bronze. Surprisingly though, Stephanie Bernet of France, an early favourite, finished in 7th place. Well, finalists for the Ironman of Europe line up for the start, and a battle is already developing between France and Great Britain, who both won their respective heats. This final is going to be tough, with all three British team members making it through, and all with a good chance of victory. They all get an even start on their surf kayaks, with Thierry Craviec of France taking an early lead, with the two Brits Andrew Bryant and Matt Thomas pushing hard right behind him. These surf kayaks are very light and manoeuvrable, but also very unstable, but these Iron Men certainly make it look easy. And at the first turn it's the Frenchman Craviec in the white kayak, only just holding on to his lead over Andrew Bryant from Great Britain. But the German Thomas Zacher has come up on the inside into third place, and he's putting pressure on the Brit. And tactics playing a big part here, all the competitors tightly bunched. The Frenchman Craviec taking a tight line there, forcing Andrew Bryant, the Brit, to take the outside line. And we've just seen Michelle Gammon take the Iron Woman title, and her brother Nick Thorne is in action here in the red kayak, locked together in fourth position with his teammate Matt Thomas. But it's Craviec who's obviously the more powerful paddler here. Can the three-time French champion add the European crown to his collection? And the battle now looks like it's for second place between Zacher the German and Bryant from Great Britain. But Ironman is a tough event and there's still a long way to go. And Thierry Craviec hits the beach first, looking strong as he sprints around the running section of the course, getting ready for the next discipline, 400 metre swim. It's a very big lead that the Frenchman has here, leaving a lot to do for the rest of the field. Andrew Bryant from Great Britain's gone through in second, Zacher the German still in third, and Nick Thorne and Matt Thomas in the blue lycras of the Great Britain team, getting ready to try and catch those leaders in this 400 metre swim. And 200 metres in, and it's a phenomenal swim from Nick Thorne of Great Britain. He's closed a huge gap on the Frenchman. All eyes on these two leaders now. Thorne has moved from 5th up to 2nd place. It would be an amazing feat if he could overhaul the Frenchman at this stage of the race. And as they approach the final marker, Nick Thorne is right on the heels of Thierry Craviac, the Frenchman. And a great battle developing for 3rd place between the two Brits and the German Zackert. And Thorne looks like he's made his move, matching the Frenchman stroke for stroke now. First back to the beach, it's Nick Thorne from Great Britain, and not only has he passed the Frenchman, he's got himself a very healthy lead as well. Nick Thorne looking back, and he discovers just how big a lead he actually has got as he sets off this sprint along the sand. Charging hard as the realisation dawns that the European Ironman title could be his. And the crowd cheering Nick Thorne on as he goes into this final stage, the paddleboard. He's got a fantastic lead. And the Frenchman Craviac can't quite believe what's happened to him. The Frenchman, who was the early leader, starting to flag now. He may not realise it, but he's got the pack hot on his heels. Andy Byatt launches himself onto his paddleboard. He's in 3rd place at the moment, but can he take 2nd from the Frenchman and make this a British 1-2? So Nick Thorne there, the working lifeguard from Croydon, Devon, has really found his pace. He's up on his knees, paddling powerfully, keeping that board moving along. He's content just to do enough to hold on to his newfound lead. And Thierry Craviac looks back there, changing into the prone position of paddling on his paddleboard. Struggling to keep up with the pace here and being pressed hard by the two British athletes. Andrew Byatt there in 3rd place and Matt Thomas in 4th. And the German Thomas Zackert holding on in 5th. Nick Thorne, the 23-year-old, a fantastic all-round athlete. He's a working lifeguard from Croydon, North Devon, and he's got a fantastic lead here for the Cost Ironman Championships. Comes into the beach now, looking relaxed but still very powerful. He's had a fantastic race. He's clawed his way back from 4th place, and it was that superb swim that really made the difference for him. As he rounds that last marker now for the 40-metre sprint back to the finish line to claim his title as the European Ironman champion. Thierry Craviac, the Frenchman, manages to hold on to his silver medal spot. With the two British athletes, Andy Byatt in 3rd, and his teammate Matt Thomas in 4th. So it's a fantastic result for Nick Thorne there at this, the first ever European Ironman Championships, and spirits very high in the British camp.
Nick, you got the gold medal that you wanted.
Yeah, I certainly did.
Was a bit of a worry in the ski race though.
Oh.
How did you feel you were going?
Yeah, well, my ski obviously is one of my weakest legs at the moment, but I managed to pull through. And luckily I've got a real strong swim leg and broad leg, so I was pretty happy with my swim leg being 2nd, so I was happy with that.
So you were confident that you were going to make up the ground?
Oh, most definitely. I saw it in front of me. It was like the hound chasing the fox.
Do you enjoy being in that position?
Oh, I do, yeah. It's more fun than being the fox rather than the hound.
So that's brother and sister, 2 gold medals, both in the Iron Woman and the Iron Man.
Oh, well, that's it. It runs in the family, you see.
Andrew, well done on your bronze medal. You gave the whole crowd a bit of a heart stop halfway through there. Can you explain what happened?
Oh, I knew it was swim 2nd, and I went to get in the swim. I saw Thomas get to grab his board, and I thought, oh no, I've made a mistake. So suddenly went to go grab my board, then I thought, no, it's not a swim. And it lost me a few seconds, but that was alright, it's not too bad. My board, I had to paddle real hard on the board there after the swim leg to catch back up.
Thierry is definitely a very good ski paddler because you're not slow yourself. How do you rate his ski paddling?
Yeah, I believe my ski paddling's pretty good. I'm waiting for the strength to come to get it better. But Thierry, very talented athlete and very good on the ski. he's got the strength there. He's paddling very well.
You've got a silver in the Ironman. Did you feel at one point there that you actually were going to win gold after you came in on the first leg?
Oh yes, I won the ski. Was so terrible. It was very tight after the ski, and the rest was so short. And for the Ironman, after the ski, I was on the front. I was leader, and I was saying, yeah, go Thierry, because I know Nick was very strong swimmer. And after the last cane, I was always on the front, but Nick come to me very fast, and after, because there are no ways, it's very hard to come.
When did he take you in the swim? Was it just at the swim can?
The last one.
So Nick Thorne wins gold and is crowned the Ironman of Europe after a close-fought race with Thierry Craviec of France. Young gun Andrew Byatt takes the bronze, with Matt Thomas finishing up in 4th, and that makes it a fantastic result for the British team. Thomas Zackert, German, takes 5th place after showing early promise, with Philippe Carnot of Spain finishing in 6th, just ahead of Lutz Heinemann of Germany in 7th, and Goran Gustafsson of Sweden up in 8th. And in a roundup of the other events that made up this, the first ever European Lifesaving Championships, the men's paddleboard final. You've just seen Nick Thorne win the Ironman contest. He stamped his mark on this final too, making his total medal haul for this European Championships 5. In the Lacoste 90-metre beach sprint, the favourite Simon Vickers from Great Britain just snatches victory to win gold.
Big race there for the men, Lacoste beach sprint.
Couldn't be any happier. Couldn't be any happier today. Done what I've wanted to do.
And did the race plan, I know it's very short, but did it go as you'd hoped it would?
I came out of the blocks well. 50 metres down the track. I thought, yes, I can do this. I've got this. Yeah, I went according to plan.
And your next event now will be the beach flags. You've got to consider yourself a favourite for that later in the day.
Bit of tougher competition in that, but I'm going for gold. And I can do it too. Gold medal's what I want.
And gold is exactly what he wins. And in the women's events, Michelle Gammon adds to her medal total by winning the women's surf kayak for Great Britain. She also went on to win 5 other European gold medals, and with Nick Thorne being her brother, that makes it quite a good day out for the family.
Very good start. My start's always been my best part of the ski. And once I'm on it, the first 50 strokes harder than I get into my race. So it was good, it all worked well today.
Clear water all the way around?
Clear water all the way around, it was very good. I always like to do the first start, then you get away from the rest of the pack, which is always good.
The French competitor looked as if they might give you a bit of a race at the beginning there, but then you just took off from them.
The French competitor wouldn't give me a good race, but to tell you the truth, I didn't really see anyone. I just got my ski and went for it.
In the men's surf kayak final, the Frenchman Thierry Craviec finally manages to get his hands on a gold medal, following a rare mistake by the leading GB paddler, Glenn Eldridge.
Did the race go as you expected?
Yeah, you know, it's very flat, it's so hard, and lucky because he was just a little bit in front of me, and I take just a little wave, and it was enough for beat him. I'm happy.
You must be very pleased. You got a gold medal, France's first gold medal in the ski race, European gold.
Yeah, it's the first gold medal, and I was a little bit disappointed after my board race, and I'm very happy to give the first gold medal for the French.
Throughout the two-day European Lifesaving Championships, men and women competitors competed in this multidisciplined event on the beach and on the craft and in the sea to find out who the champions of Europe were in this first ever European Championships hosted in the beach resort of Bournemouth. The sister and brother team of Michelle Gammon and Nick Thorne were unstoppable during these championships. Between them, they gathered a total of 10 European gold medals. That's a fantastic indication of their supreme fitness and dedication to achieving such remarkable results. Their sights are now firmly set on the World Lifesaving Championships in Sydney, Australia. Can they be quite as successful there? And that rounds up the 2 days of fantastic action that made up this, the first ever European Lifesaving Championships down here in Bournemouth. A fantastic competition and a fantastic display of the sport of lifesaving. And after the 22 events that made up this championships, Great Britain wins a total of 12 European gold medals and finishes up in #1 position with 229 points. Spain, the newcomers to the sport, finished in second with 153 points, just ahead of the more experienced French in third on 145 points. Germany finishes up in fourth, well ahead of the remaining 4 nations, Sweden, UK, Ireland and Denmark.